Kayak gets my flight, hotel, and rental car right, so I can tune out travel advice that's just plain wrong.
Bro, Skycoin. Way better than points.
Never fly during a Scorpio full moon.
Just tell the manager you'll sue. Instant room upgrade.
Stop taking bad travel advice. Start comparing hundreds of sites with Kayak and get your trip right. Kayak. Got that right.
All right, we forgot to say this during the show, and so I'm going to say it now. This will all make sense in a second, but Mike is offering $10 off his Food on Tour guide. So go to foodontourpod.com/guide and get $10 off. It should be $10 off if you're hearing this intro ad. So enjoy. And again, this will make more sense when Mike describes it. But bye. What is up? Welcome back to Drummers on Drumming, a podcast powered by Big Fat Snare Drum. This is a drum panel, and we have Eric and Mike. If you guys want to introduce yourselves so people know whose voice is who, and then we'll start. But Eric, go ahead.
Hey guys, I'm Eric. Yeah.
Nice.
do I need? I don't know if I need more. Yeah. Do I need it? Yeah, I play drums and.
Mike Robinson. I'm 37 years old from Akron, Ohio, originally, now living in Los Angeles, and here we are.
Well, today let's talk about anxiety. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to talk about food.
Jeez.
The opposite.
And so, yeah. Well, I don't know. So this actually is a big fat five because we're talking about food. So we each brought on 5 food sources around the country, the food sources. Maybe not even around the country. Mine are around the world. So I'm going to keep that in. But the reason why is because Mike Robinson has created an entire kind of ecosystem around this concept of food on tour. So I'm going to stop talking. Mike, what is it? I know you just launched a guide, and then we'll get into kind of the fun stuff. But go ahead, man.
Yeah, it's just my insane, I guess database would be a very fancy word for it. It's just a big, I've been collecting restaurants and bars and roadside stops for, I've been touring for almost 20 years now, and it's just been like an evolving thing, and I finally decided to put it all in one place. I have this crazy Google Maps collection that's categorized, and I decided to turn it into a digital guide that is downloadable and opens in your Google Map on your phone. So you access it, click it. It's divided into 3 categories of food, drinks, and my favorite, tiki. I'm a tiki bar fanatic, and I also have been working on, and it's in there, it's just there's not a ton of information in it yet, but a travel day, mostly airport focused layer, which is tough, wherever you're always in a fucking airport, it would be like, oh, do I eat Chick-fil-A today? But you'd be surprised. There's some decent restaurants in airports that people overlook and just go for the Dunkin' Donuts quick stop before they get on a flight. And we can all do better. We can all enjoy our airport experience a little more. So I want to turn that more into a bigger focus. But yeah, it's, started as an Instagram page, then turned into a podcast. Then I had a kid and lost all free time. And now we're here at a digital guide.
What's the status of the podcast? You still must enjoy doing it. It's just
I would love to do it because it was so fun to have musicians on, and like Max from Eve 6 did an episode, and I've met so many cool people through it, and made real friends through it too. People would reach out and be like, I found this place in Detroit or whatever it was, and then all of a sudden we have this weird friendship based on food and music, and then you end up meeting this person because they come to a show in real life, and there's a lot of common ground there. We all kind of do the same shit. So it's really become this extension of my life where I've met amazing people through it and gotten a lot of great information. And I do miss doing the podcast because then it was just, we had an hour just to talk about that, with friends, with strangers, with new friends, all this. It's great.
Yeah, it is nice to force people into having a conversation with you that they have to be at least kind of attentive for an hour.
Yeah, you got to pay attention.
Exactly, yeah.
This is going on the internet,
Listen
man.
to me, yeah. Well, yeah, Mike, that's great because, your 2 favorite things are food and music.
I know, it's the best. And now, I have this internal debate all the time. I'm like, am I touring for food? Am I eating food because I'm touring? Like, am I obsessed with
what I was going to ask?
What came first? No, it's great. It's awesome.
Who cares? Yeah.
I was thinking about this earlier. It's also just like a really therapeutic part of being on the road, where like you have a good day or a bad day. What do you usually want to do at the end of it? You want to sit down with the people on your little inner circle on the road, and you're either going to bitch or you're going to be psyched and be like, that show was awesome, or I'm having so much fun and I got to see my friends and playing 6 shows, and you go to a dinner at a bar or whatever it is, and like, it's like very therapeutic for me, at least.
It's funny, it is either one.
There's no middle ground. And they're productive, it's great either way. If honestly, the middle ground sometimes for me, and these are my favorite days, is going to dinner by myself, sitting at a bar, like at the bar at a restaurant, usually starting some kind of conversation with whoever's working the bar, and just being on my own and like getting real space away from your circle of 12 people that you're stuck with for a month or whatever it is. And I love that. And I really like doing that in smaller cities too. Like when you're in the major markets, it's really easy, right? Like you're in New York, you're in LA, San Francisco, whatever. Like, good luck not finding good food. But I like finding the places in middle America, or even places like Charlotte or Raleigh, or finding stuff like that, and finding a place where you can go and just sit down and watch everything happen around you and enjoy yourself is really sick.
It's actually, at the risk of sounding too philosophical, I feel like I had a conversation with somebody recently about how it sometimes feels like this cool cultural immersion thing, where it's like you go to the cool local food spots because you want to learn more about the place that you're in and experience the people, and it's like, it feels like a weird kind of like homage to whatever place you're in. That's the
time. Catalyst, dude. That was the catalyst for me.
Yeah.
Like, as hard as it is for us to imagine, there are like hyper regional local cultures being in America. It's way easier to imagine that when you go to France and you're like playing, I don't know, you're outside Paris or at a different, somewhere where it feels more foreign to you. Everything kind of feels the same across the U.S., probably because we've been doing this for so long in the same places here. But finding like these local food trends that have been going on for trends is probably a weird word to use for things that have been happening for hundreds of years in a city, whether it's a small city or a big city, and seeing the regulars come in and talking to the bartenders, and you're just like entering for a second and watching it all happen. It's hard to not be like, oh, there's a Whole Foods across the street, I'll just go there. It's hard to fight that convenience, but like part of this for me is like comfort, because I have this list of places that I go to repeatedly and know some of the people that work at these places, and having this sense of like fitting in on the road where you don't even live is really fucking cool, and you get to be a part of that, the local culture for a second that you don't even live there.
When you guys go on the road, and I guess it does depend on how long a certain tour is, what is your approach to health and food? Are you, I'm going to still try and be as good as possible, or if it's a 2-week tour, I'm going to experience food and I'm probably going to gain 10 pounds, but fuck it?
Eric, you go first.
For me, it's I prioritize the experience always. There's times where I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be a little bit more, I'm maybe not going to get a dessert today or whatever. but no, generally speaking, yeah, maybe. But no, generally speaking, I feel like I hate to miss out on a unique experience, right? So if there's a really cool food spot in town, I'm going there, whether it's a cheat day or not. If everyone's like, dude, the ice cream spot here, gotta go. Yeah, I'm getting ice cream today. It's going down.
I love that. Prioritize the experience. That's a good vibe.
I'm trying to find a middle ground these days. I'm getting older and gain weight way easier, and it's really difficult when I go on the road with Say Anything. Those guys love food, and they love snacks, and they love desserts. It gets really hard, but
snacks are what kill me on the road.
Yeah. Like, oh, there's a crazy Kit Kat flavor at the grocery store down the street. We buy 12 of them, one for everyone, so we can sit down and talk about it.
I guess to answer my thing, I've become pretty boring on the road. Like, that's why when you asked me about these, I really realized I more so seek out like cool vintage shops and coffee shops, I guess, as opposed to more food stuff on the road, because I'm just a 38-year-old Eastern European white guy. Like, I have bubble gut all the time on the road, so I'm trying to just be chicken and rice when I can, which is why Thai food is actually really good for me, because on the road it's pretty consistent. But that being said, I think I got some cool choices. But let's just start off with the man himself. Let's see the vibe you're presenting, and then maybe I'll switch mine.
Okay, I'm going to preface this by saying this is not by any means a top 5. This is, for me, I didn't use any major markets. No LA, no New York, none of that. Because part of my whole thing with the food on tour thing and the guide and everything is more about finding places in those areas that maybe you're like, oh, there's no good food in Cincinnati or whatever. I promise you there is. So I'll start in Milwaukee. For me, there's this place called the Milwaukee Brat House. It's incredible. It's one of my favorite places ever. I like to drink. They call it 2-for-1 beers. They're small mugs, but the three of us went there, and I was like, if I was like, oh, I'll get us a round of beers, I'm coming back with 6 beers in my hand, for 3 of us. It's fucking awesome. They make amazing brats and cheese curds, and there's a sausage factory across the street called Usingers.
Usingers?
Yeah, all their sausages are from there, and the people, they're like delivered across the street daily, straight from the sausage factory. It's fucking awesome. It's a dive bar. It's great. It's super fun. It's fun to hang out there at night. It gets pretty rowdy, but the food's amazing. It's really awesome, and the people that work there are really, really cool.
How long have you been going there?
I think I went there for the first time probably in like 2014. A friend of mine told me about it, and like his band would go there every time they played Milwaukee, and I have photos of him like pouring liquor into people's mouths, standing on the bar. It gets crazy in there, but during the day it's pretty mellow. It's just a great restaurant, great brats, great cheese curds. It's awesome.
Oh my God, cheese curds! I was hanging out with Max the other night, and his fiance reminded me that Lactaid pills exist.
Yeah,
and
why don't you do that?
I just always avoided cheese, and I was like, whatever. And my God, did I have my weight in pizza that night, and I felt pretty good. I mean, minus the fact that I had my weight in pizza. That's just a lot of food, but Lactaid for the win, dude.
Lactaid's sick.
Yeah, I agree.
That's your food choice.
All right, Eric, what's your number 1, dude?
Well, I'm pulling an audible because I'm inspired by Mike's choice in Milwaukee. I've got another Milwaukee one.
Yes, I love Milwaukee.
It's a good town, and I'm lucky to be pretty close to it, so I can hop up there in like an hour. But the one that I always go to whenever my band passes through Milwaukee, there's a burger spot called Kopp's, Kopps, possessive. Someone named Kopp, I assume.
I was thinking COPS.
I know, I thought so too.
Plural.
Yeah, so it's like this weird. I think there's 3 locations in Milwaukee, and they're like they must have used to have been banks or something. They're in like these really weird, super corporate looking buildings. There's no seating in the restaurant, and there's like really weird sculptures outside. Like the one that I always go to has like a kind of like a Japanese sculpture garden outside with just like benches. It's really bizarre. And then you go inside and everything's like all stainless steel, and it's just like a really weird sterile environment. But they make these like smash burgers that are incredible. And then I am I was sort of half joking earlier, but not really. My greatest weakness is ice cream. They're doing like burgers and ice cream there. So they do burgers, and they do custard. So they do.
Oh, I love custard, dude. Yeah. That would wreck then.
So they do like, yeah, I know.
I know. Dude, I'm gassy just listening to this story right now.
He's gassed up over there.
I know, right? Yeah, I feel like Milwaukee's just not Ben's town. It's all custard and cheese curds. What are you going to do?
It's a cheese town, you know?
It is a cheese town. It's a cheese state.
But I do love Milwaukee, by the way. I think that's I've been to Summerfest so many. It's like a lot of good memories in that city.
Summerfest is so fun.
Yeah. It's so fun. It's so bizarre. It kind of, everyone's wearing little paper hats. It's got like the 50s kind of vibe, sort of like an In-N-Out,
Yeah.
And then at every location, there's this weird picture of like an old lady, and like my band have just like decided that there's lore, and they all call her mother, and she's just like like they worship the picture. I assume she's
Mother
like the
Kopp?
founder. Yeah, she's Mother Kopp.
Yeah,
it's got to be Mrs. Kopp, but I just imagine they all go, "Oh, we have to cook today to please Mother." but it's incredible.
That's awesome.
Good.
All right, and just so everyone knows, and I'll implore you guys to send me these afterwards. I'll make a little link so everyone can or I guess, are you going to add these? Let's push them towards the food
Yeah, we
guide.
can make. I'll by the time this is out, I'll make a layer in the map. It'll be the drummers on eating.
Yeah, drummers on food.
Awesome. All right, so mine, and I'm insecure about mine because I don't seek a lot of stuff out, but I went throughout my entire life where I've gone and stuff. And so the first one is actually a hometown one that I always go to when I'm back in Spokane, Washington. It's called Slick Rock Burrito, and Slick Rock it was named after, I believe, the owners from Utah, and it's this really cool mountain biking trail in Moab, Utah, and so that's what it's named after. But it's like a burrito spot that isn't really Mexican, and so they have a lot of options, but my favorite is the Thai chicken burrito on a cilantro lime wrap with extra chicken and extra Thai peanut sauce. It's basically just like Penang curry in a wrap, and it's so good. It's so massive. I think there's still $9.95 for a burrito I hope it's a day off for you. Yeah, Slick Rock Burrito. And if people don't go to Spokane enough, it's on 29th Avenue. It's on the South Hill, which is kind of this beautiful... Spokane in general is a very unique city with a really cool river running through it, and it's underrated if you ask me. But Slick Rock is in the coolest part of a really cool city, and it's just walk around and stuff. Manitou Park's not too far from there, and yeah.
Spokane's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Still affordable, too. All right, Mike, go ahead.
Okay. I mentioned Cincinnati earlier. One of my favorite Italian restaurants ever is in Cincinnati. It's called Sotto, Sotto, which I think means under in Italian, and the restaurant is sort of in this little cavernous room under a building. You walk down this little staircase and inside, and you walk in, and it's super... it's really dimly lit, lots of wood, and there's this big wall of windows towards the back where you just see everyone making the pasta all night. It's kind of hard. It's definitely on the pricier end of what I would usually recommend if people are, trying to eat on the road and not spend a ton of money. This isn't maybe the best bet, but the food is incredible. And if you go with a group, if you're able to get some sort of group reservation with 4 to 6 people or something, then you can get a bunch of the dishes, and it's really, really incredible. They have sort of this chicken Milanese sort of, it's basically like a chicken cutlet with a cream sauce and capers, and they have amazing pasta, great cocktails, really good desserts, Eric. It's really, really great. I've had luck there, just walking in and getting bar seating. If you're, that's one of the benefits to me of being on the road is the kind of oddly timed dinner. If our set's at 9 or 10 p.m., I'm going to dinner at 4:30 or 5, after sound check. Every now and then you can walk into a place like this and get just a spot at the bar with you're just yourself or one other person and have a really great dinner.
Can you roll in with your normal tour attire?
Yeah.
You gotta throw a button up on.
Yeah,
Great
I did
question, actually, for some of these picks, yeah.
Yeah, this place is I went in there wearing jeans and a t-shirt. No one fucking cared. And then I went back. I remember I went there the first time I was on tour with Oliver Tree, and I went to this really nice dinner and then went back to the show and put on my bowl cut wig and got to it.
I haven't talked to you enough about that gig, but that must have been a really fun.
It was so fun, dude.
Yeah, dude. The show's awesome. And then, of course, yeah, your outfit is ridiculous. If we were doing video, I would then cut to a clip of you playing, was it Vegas with your shirt off?
Yeah.
This sweatsuit feels like instant recovery mode. Meet the Smooth Spacer matching hoodie and joggers from Lululemon. In a weighty fabric that's soft on the inside and sleek against your skin, bringing that perfect cool-down feeling wherever the day lands. Smooth Spacer sets. Available now at Lululemon.com.
TaxAct knows filing taxes can be confusing, so we have live experts on hand who can help answer any questions you may have. Questions like, can I claim my SUV as my home office if I answer work emails in my car? If I adopted 12 dogs this year, can I list them as dependents? And, am I doing this right, or am I doing this very, very wrong? Our experts have the answers to those questions and many others. TaxAct. Let's get them over with.
All right, Eric, number 2 for you.
I'll go off of what Ben was saying earlier. I'll do a hometown pick. So
nice.
I'm originally from Tucson, Arizona. one of my favorite spots to always stop by when I'm passing through is a place called Aqui con el Nene. It's a Mexican spot. It used to be a truck, and then they've since built a building around it. I think there's 2 locations now. And they also, in addition to doing really incredible Mexican food, they also do the Sonoran dogs, which is a Tucson staple. So it's the best spot to get both, in my opinion. And I've taken many a band through there, and it always wins. They're always like, I think that was the best tour food I've ever had. So.
That's awesome.
What's a Sonora dog?
So a Sonoran hot dog is a
Sonoran hot dog.
Yes. So it's a hot dog wrapped in bacon. Oh geez, I gotta remember all the ingredients. There's salsa on it. I believe there's I think it's green salsa. There's beans, and gosh, there's like 3 other things that I cannot remember to save my
Lactaid
life.
will not help me out with
Yeah,
that.
it's not. This one's not gonna.
I'm going rogue.
These are
there's a lot of
bend-friendly.
Sonoran dogs, like the carts in LA, like outside the bigger venues and stuff. When you're leaving,
okay. I totally know what you're talking about. Okay.
And they may not be like totally legit Sonoran dogs, but they're definitely like Mexican leaning hot dogs wrapped in bacon. And they're fun.
Yes.
Awesome.
That's
okay. I get
that's
the concept
vibe.
for sure.
Yeah. I mean, you could do a whole episode on regional hot dogs.
I know. Yeah, actually, we were talking when I last saw you. You were talking about the ones from Seattle, right?
Seattle dogs,
those are
baby.
my favorite regional hot dogs.
I've never had
there's
those.
a bunch of different variations, but essentially cold cream cheese and caramelized onions.
And sweaty. I need the onions to be as sweaty as possible.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
stinky ass sweaty onions on cold cream cheese.
I think there's a picture I keep thinking of where you're eating one. It's outside Neumos. I think RC
It was when I
took it.
subbed for you with cannons, and it was me and RC slamming Seattle dogs. If you zoom in on that photo, you can see cream cheese on my shoe.
Yeah, no, it's as a younger man, that was the best. Bars are closing. Get a Seattle dog on the way home thing.
Hard to beat, man.
Is there a specific spot? This is great. I'm passing through Spokane and Seattle in a couple weeks, so
I mean, usually it would just be in Capitol Hill, like downtown area. I would say Capitol Hill. Go to the spots, where there's a lot of drinking around. The spots you frequent, Eric.
I just played the Showbox Sotto, and there was a guy set up there after the show. Any like normal venue, when people are leaving, someone's gonna be posted up out there making hot dogs.
Hell yeah.
All right, so my number 2 is it's in the East Village in New York City, and I was actually on tour with Blonde Shell a few years ago, and she was on the road with Suki Waterhouse, and that show was exciting because I almost got to meet Batman that night. Suki's married to Robert Pattinson.
Whoa!
And I didn't get to meet him, but he was there. Anyways, so it's a Decibel sake bar, and it's in New York, and it's downstairs. Go down, you have to knock, they let you in, you have to wait behind this really small rope, and then they let you in, and you basically feel like you're outside in an alleyway in Japan. It's like this, how do they describe it? A Japanese punk speakeasy with great sake.
Sick.
And so the food is really like small little plates that are meant to be shared, like gyozo and like a little bit of rice with some really cool meat on it. But the focus is the sake. You got to get there at like 6 if you don't have a reservation, and sometimes you can't even get in. It's this tiny little spot, but
and there's like proper like tables, like seating, or is it just like okay, cool?
No. It's like it's a restaurant for sure.
Cool.
It's also one of those places that if I have a day off, I'm definitely going to sake. And I don't even drink that much, but I love a good sake that you don't have to serve hot just to get down.
Hot sake is not my thing.
I mean, hey, I still love hot sake, but
I'm just not a big hot beverage person in general. Like I drink cold brew year round. Like even if I'm in Buffalo and it's 10 degrees, I'm still gonna get a cold brew in the morning. I just don't do hot drinks.
Are there any hot rum drinks?
Yeah, the hot bottled rum. I don't
Yes.
really like it that much. Not really my thing. But yeah, even like a hot toddy or something, I can't really do it. I don't know.
All right, Mike, you go ahead.
Okay, next one I have written down is called Rossi and Sons. It's in Poughkeepsie. It's a little Italian sandwich shop. And I was on tour. It must have been like 2017 or something, and we were driving through Poughkeepsie for some reason. I don't know where we were going, what we were doing. And we were looking to stop there to eat something on the way. And this place showed up, and it looked insane. It looked so fucking good. And so we stopped there, and it's this little house-looking place, and it's very small inside. The menu's not gigantic, but I always get their sort of like Italian combo, and it's served on this like homemade focaccia bread, and it's one of the best sandwiches I've ever had in my life. Like I would say it's in probably top 3 sandwiches I've ever had. Maybe number 1 in the U.S. Probably.
Hey, wow.
It's like it's
All right.
if you look this place up, it is fucking
Over Subway?
Over Subway. If listen, this what would really take this over the top is if you
Now
take the
just-
Subway
I don't
bread,
believe anything you say anymore.
put the Rossi and Sons sandwich in the Subway bread.
I bring my own Italian herbs and cheese.
I think they may have expanded. I haven't been there in a couple years, but I follow them on Instagram and stuff, and they've been posting videos in a really nice looking facility. Like it looks like maybe they moved or opened another location or something. But yeah, top 3 sandwiches of my life, I think, was there.
Is the number 1 that it could be knocked off by in the list here?
I think no, but I think the best sandwich I've ever had was in Florence, Italy. I think it was the best sandwich ever. This I don't even know how to pronounce it. Ichiran de Ghiati or some shit.
That's it.
It's on the It's on the guide. It's on there. But I think that's the number 1
Did
sandwich.
you not
I've
bring
ever
it
had.
up because you thought Florence was too like people would be like, okay, who the fuck is this guy?
I was going to. I thought about putting like an Istanbul restaurant on, but I was like, this needs to be accessible. Not how often you get to play shows in Istanbul, you know. So here we are with Milwaukee, Cincinnati, and Poughkeepsie.
My third choice is actually in Buckingham Palace, and
Their chef is so good.
yeah. All right, Eric, what about you?
I'm curious about this one for you guys because this is an LA staple. I have to
nice.
go to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
I've only been like once.
Yeah,
I've actually never been.
you've never been? Okay.
No, because
All right.
just fried food. I mean, talking about again being a 38-year-old Eastern European bubble gut boy, I just Roscoe's is not doesn't scream whenever I'm wanting to be naughty.
That's fair.
But I mean, everyone else, it's not cheesy to say that. I think everyone agrees that's a great spot, right?
Yeah, I mean, any staple is a staple for a reason. I think those
Yeah.
places get shit on a lot and don't deserve that.
Well, that's why I don't go because I'm shitting on it while I'm there.
You know what's funny is I'd never really had chicken and waffles until I went to Roscoe's, and I was like, I don't know what that's about. I don't really get it. Syrup on fried chicken seems weird to me. And then I became a believer
pretty
instantly. And then the problem now is that I don't want chicken and waffles unless it's from Roscoe's. I'm like, I pretty much had the bar, so now
Yeah.
I can't go beneath it. But I always think about there was a story recently of apparently a guy who robbed a Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles and just had them fill a trash bag with chicken and like didn't steal money from the register. He just
Was there a
literally
gun?
was like,
was this done at gunpoint?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he came in
Unreal.
like through the kitchen and was like,
Was it post fried, or was it just like
Give me some raw chicken.
Yeah, just raw
chicken
chicken.
cutlets?
I want it straight from the source.
yeah.
and can I get a to-go cup of the fry, the batter? Just
I had something sort of like chicken and waffle adjacent recently that actually I indulged in something someone else ordered. I like took a couple bites and was like, this is genius. At the House of Blues in Disney World in Orlando, there's across the way is this like donut shop, and they do a donut and chicken tender combo. And
What?
it's fucking awesome. Like they make great chicken tenders. I think it's called Everglazed. And one of the guys got
That's
like
funny. A donut shop in the
That's pretty
Everglades.
good.
All right.
and they got one of the guys got like a glazed blueberry donut and a chicken tender with like a gochujang sauce or something, and it was fucking awesome, dude. It was so good.
Oh, I would be like, you guys have to cancel the show tonight. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, this was at
hours.
like 10 a.m. We all like were walking around. They were like, I'm gonna do this. I was like, you guys are fucking nuts.
Just start the day off right, like on both feet forward.
All right, Ben.
I know Mike's obviously heard of this, but it's I'm going to pronounce it Molinari Delicatessen in San
yeah.
Francisco. The fun thing about this is I went to this for the first time when I was on the road with a band named Party Nails, and Cannons was co-headlining the tour. It was a small regional West Coast thing, but it's the first time I met Cannons, and that whole tour was obviously memorable, and then it beget a lot of cool things for me. But that was the first meal we had together because we left LA and went to San Francisco, and I got these prosciutto balls, which are it's basically like a crab cake looking thing, but it's just rolled up cheese and meat and then deep fried, and it's just incredible. And maybe that's a very traditional delicatessen vibe, but it's the first time I ever had it. I think about that more often than I should. And it just like all the meats were just hanging. It's just everything is so authentic and
that
cured
place
for
is
5,000
magical.
years. And it's in North Beach, which is just a cool area, kind of northern, almost going towards the Golden Gate Bridge area of San Francisco. Just cool neighborhood walking around.
Good pick. That's a great one.
Yeah, there's a little park like maybe a block or two away where we like just sat, and so the prosciutto ball was just one of the things we all kind of shared. But I think I got this amazing breakfast sandwich, and their bread is amazing. And
yeah, they have that like basket of bread you can choose your shit from behind you when you're ordering. Yeah, that place is just great. You walk in there and you're like, okay, this place is like out of a movie. You know,
exactly.
It's perfect inside. It looks like a movie set.
Yeah, Rob Reiner should have filmed something in here at some point.
Yeah, totally.
All right, Mike, what about you?
Okay, so I actually just changed mine on the fly because you mentioned chicken and rice earlier as if it was, you were trying to make healthy choices and maybe felt boring about that.
Yes.
So I switched. Mine was initially going to be another Italian place, but I'm switching this one to Nong's in Portland. Nong's is a Khao Man Gai place, which is like regional Thai, like it's like Hainanese chicken, like boiled chicken over rice with some vegetables and like a little cup of soup and an amazing sauce. It's the most simple shit ever, and it's legit one of my favorite restaurants in the country. Like I would say it's probably in my top 5 of like places I always look forward to going. There's a few locations around Portland, Oregon, not Portland, Maine. And the menu is, I think they have 5 items on the menu. It's like there's like a tofu option, there's a chicken option, there's a pork option, I think a chicken option with peanut sauce instead of their sort of like vinegary Thai sauce.
Sign me up.
And you can buy the sauce. There's some places in LA that sell it. You can buy it online, you can buy it when you're there. And the whole thing is the sauce. Like the sauce is everything. It is so good.
Have you ever gotten lost in the sauce?
I often get lost in the sauce there. It's the best, man. It's so good. And you don't feel like a piece of garbage when you leave, You feel like you just had like a really great meal, and it's delicious.
Where have you seen it in LA?
Cookbook, which I think there's one in Echo Park and there's one in Highland Park by me. I've bought it at Cookbook before. I wouldn't be surprised if there's more places than you'd think that carry it, because there's so many cool little mom and pop markets in LA, that are hip to this kind of shit, and you can definitely find it though. It's accessible.
Nong's.
And
hell yeah.
Cooking, dude, when you start cooking chicken with that sauce at home, you feel like a god.
Will I impress a lady if she comes over? Or that'd be
100% you will.
Okay.
They'll be like, man, you cooked all this and you didn't even get bubble guts? Like,
what a man.
Yeah, what a guy.
Do they sell the peanut sauce too, or just like their main one?
I've never seen it sold. I also never get that. I've gotten it once and I regretted it. It was good, but I crave the regular sauce.
What about you, Eric? We're cruising through these.
Yeah, we're good.
This is great.
We're crushing it. So I love Nashville's food. I feel like Nashville completes Chicago. It has all of the things that Chicago doesn't really have. So it's like,
in like the southern sense.
Yeah, like Chicago doesn't really have there's a couple good barbecue spots, but it's not really the thing. And I always go get Hattie B's when I'm in Chicago or Nashville. But ironically, one of my favorite spots in Nashville is an Italian spot, which is
nice.
What Chicago's known for. So I'm cheating on Chicago a little bit, but it's a place called Nicoletto's, and they make their own pasta there. They also do like crazy chicken parm sandwiches, but it's just like this tiny little hole in the wall spot. I think there's a couple locations, but just like it's kind of like a build your own dish thing where they have different pasta shapes that you can choose and different sauces and different protein options. But yeah, it's like totally out of nowhere that Nashville has this really sick little Italian spot.
Yeah.
What area of town is it in? Sorry if you said it.
I think there's one in East Nashville. I don't know where the other one is. But yeah, it's like right on that Gallatin Pike Road where
nice
basically everything is. But
sounds like Ben, have you ever been to La Pergoletta in LA, where it's like they don't have like a set menu per se, where it's like you pick what kind of pasta you want, then you pick what kind of sauce you want, and so you can get like gnocchi with pesto sauce or I like that.
It's definitely that kind of vibe. I mean, they also have like, pre-made combos or whatever you want to call it. They got cannolis too for the dessert fiends. I don't know anything about that though, but
Okay, so my number 4 is Thai Station. I think it's called Thai Station Restaurant, and it's in Carrboro, North Carolina. And there's this venue called the Cat's Cradle there, and it's essentially right across the street. And it's called Thai Station because it's this old abandoned like train cars. I'm not sure if it's the actual station, but it's a bunch of train cars in kind of, connected and made into this little semicircle. But I'm very particular on my curry. There's so many places that the flavors are nice, but the consistency of the curry is too watery, or sometimes it's too thick and it just feels like a paste. And Thai Station nails it every time. I've actually played, for how small of a market that little area is, I played Cat's Cradle a lot. If it's a winter tour, I always get the Masiman curry, and if it's summer, I get the Penang. And it's probably my favorite spot in the country for Thai food.
There's some cool stuff over there too by Cat's Cradle. That's a cool area.
There's some cool vintage shops within walking distance.
Isn't there some stuff like behind the venue? I feel like there's like businesses attached or something, if I'm remembering correctly. And
it's in like a strip mall.
Yeah.
And I think that you load in through what looks like the front of the building, but it's the actual back of the building, and people enter on the other side. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's more businesses over there.
Yeah, I think there's some other stuff over there. There's like other restaurants or something over there. I haven't been there in a while, but I always remember loving being there. I probably have been to Thai Station and don't remember, but yeah.
The Carolinas in general, I think, are just a really beautiful area of the country.
Yeah, there's some really good stuff in Raleigh too that I think gets overlooked a lot. Raleigh's a really cool town.
Mm-hmm. All right, what about you? Last one, man.
This isn't necessarily food. I had to throw a tiki bar in.
Okay.
And I was really torn between two. I just went to this place for the first time on the first day of the last Say Anything tour. It's called the Mai-Kai in Fort Lauderdale. Tiki is like all about escapism, right? Like the whole thing is you just transporting yourself to anywhere. Like walk off the sidewalk and there's crazy people and couples and kids and whatever, and you walk into the tiki bar and where all of a sudden you're in this island oasis. Yeah, the Mai-Kai does it better than anywhere I've ever been in my life. They're on this like really busy strip in Fort Lauderdale. There's a gigantic Planet Fitness across the street, and there's like mattress stores and just corporate America, right? And you drive down this long driveway over a wooden bridge, and all of a sudden you're just like enveloped in palm trees and torches and lights and all this stuff, and you can't fucking see anything that's happening out there. And this is just in the parking lot. Then you walk into the building and there's a bar outside, there's another bar inside, there's a big theater seating area where you can do like dinner and a show, like a full-on luau kind of thing. And then they have a separate area that's just dining and drinking. They have Polynesian gardens built into the property. It's one of the most incredible places I've ever been to in my life, and the drinks are great. The business shut down for a long time. It's been around forever, and they shut down because I think it was after one of the big South Florida storms, like the hurricanes. The roof got fucked up, and the place just got wrecked, and they started rebuilding it. And I think they had to do a lot more than they expected. So they spent millions of dollars on this rehab project for the bar. And it is the most beautiful restaurant, tiki bar I've ever set foot in. It's really incredible. Just look up pictures, video. There's all these video tours on YouTube. It'll be like a 1-hour YouTube video of people. The place is huge. I forget how many square feet it is, but it's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, not to derail what you just said, if you're going to bring up Fort Lauderdale, I've had a lot of nice pub subs.
Oh, I love a pub sub, dude.
Yeah.
I love a pub sub.
Yeah, I know it's people in Florida. If you're listening, you're like, really? But yeah, really. Okay,
I don't know, dude. That's like their pride and joy. They love that shit.
Good. It's like your Wawa.
At least I think so. Yeah, totally. I love a pub sub. Man, a pub sub post Mai-Kai would rip. Like a few rum drinks in, and then you end it with a chicken tender sub.
Yep.
Sounds great.
Same with Wawa for me. During the holidays, they have like the turkey dinner sub, which has like stuffing and cranberry sauce and turkey. Ugh.
Being from Ohio, I'm more of a Sheetz guy, but I do love Wawa also. I love a good chain rivalry.
Sheets over Wawa.
I talked about that record I recorded last year in upstate Pennsylvania, and yeah, Sheets was like the halfway through the day, like Sheets run. Okay,
yeah, that's Sheets territory over there. Yeah, it's funny because that's kind of where it starts changing too. Like you go to Eastern Pennsylvania, and then that's where the Wawas start showing up the closer you get to New Jersey and New York and shit.
Absolutely.
From Tiki Bar to Sheets.
That pipeline is lubed. All right, Eric, what about you?
Well, I'm just curious. Speaking of tiki bar, have you been to the Sip and Dip in, I think it's Billings, Montana?
Yeah, where they have the women like swimming, the mermaids.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Behind the bar is like a window, like aquarium style, and they have women swimming in like mermaid get-ups behind the bar.
Like that's their job is just to wade.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Get one of them
up
on
to, like,
here.
the window.
Great Falls Sip and Dip Lounge. Yeah.
Basically, it's like the least place I'd expect there to be a mermaid bar.
I don't know if you can see this, but
she looks so scared.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But no, that's not my pick though. That's not my pick. I got one last staple. I got to throw it to Terry Black's.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a few spots. I think the one that I always go to is in Austin, but I think there's one in Dallas. There's all over Texas. I'm a sucker for Texas barbecue, and that really place just hits so hard. This is like so lame and pedestrian of me. I don't even know what part of the animal brisket is, but it's magic, and especially it's magic there. It just like melts.
I imagine it's like part of the stomach or something. I have no idea.
It's magical, whatever it is. It's just
some burn ends. I love burn ends.
Huge line usually. And then I love a banana pudding. Speaking of
oh my god,
again.
Dude, banana pudding with Nilla wafers.
That's my weakness.
It's so good.
I know I said ice cream earlier, but it's banana pudding.
It's actually banana pudding.
I mean, I have plenty, so I'm not judging.
Just give me an IV bag of banana pudding.
All right, my last one is from Brooklyn. It's just the first time I had it is in Brooklyn, but it's Ichiran ramen in Brooklyn. Again, also a crazy long line. You get in there, and if you choose, I think there's in the one in Brooklyn, there is like a more like general seating, but usually you go in there and you get your own little booth, like your little cubicle.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound nice, but it's cozy and it's cool. And then you fill out your menu and you slide it forward, and then these like little hands, just a door opens up and the hands take the menu. You never see the person from like the arms up. Then they come and they just slide your ramen to you, and it's like an introvert's dream. But I actually have gone with other people. It's the best ramen. It is so good, and I'm not a ramen aficionado, but it's just. I was lucky enough to go to Tokyo a few years ago, and about 4 blocks from our hotel, there was it wasn't the original one, but it was a Ichiran in Tokyo, and so I got to have that experience, which is essentially the same thing because they're just like they have it dialed in. It's a unique experience, at least from a lot of American dining, for sure.
Yeah, I've still never done it. I would love to.
All right, well, that's the 5. So, Mike, just if people have already forgotten, because we're drummers, where can they go to get the Food on Tour guide, and what are the next steps if they're like, this sounds really rad?
Yeah, it's foodontourpod.com /guide, or just click on guide in the website menu, or there's links on Instagram too at foodontourpod. Yeah, it's on there. It's like, I think right now I'm at like around 2,100 locations worldwide, and my sort of like view of the whole thing, I just view it as like a curated Yelp. Like I'm trying to just like do the work for you. If you're in whatever Brooklyn, there's chances are there's probably at least 3 or 4 locations saved on there near a venue you're gonna be playing. Like a lot of this stuff is walking distance from popular venues, because that's just how that's how I'm finding this shit anyways. I want to find stuff that's walking.
It's so overwhelming if you just go food near me and you zoom out, especially if you're in a place like New York. You're like,
and
holy shit.
And this isn't always meant to. I think that like I have conversations with people all the time. They're like, well, that's not the best burger in Wichita or whatever. I'm like, well, that's not really the point. The point is to find the best thing that you can when you're there. And it's also going to be a place that you'll probably enjoy just being there. It's not like going to be the place where you have to wait an hour and a half. And like, you can finish sound check and go get a really good burger down the street or whatever it is, you know. Mm-hmm. If you want the cocktails from the Mermaids, it's on there, you know.
Well, also, I think to respond to that person that was saying it's not even the best, I think maybe like there's certain things you look for as opposed to just like what the best burger is. So you probably look for the staff is really cool, or they have this vibe that just makes you calmer. You know, it's like that's also what I think Food on Tour has a market on too.
That's a great point. It's all about the experience for me, and I have a short list of friends that will send me stuff that I trust with no questions asked. If there's a couple people, if they send me something, I'm like, it's going on the list. And it's just the same mindset. Like the food there is really good, and the people are awesome, and you're not going to feel like you're going to feel comfortable when you're there, and you're going to enjoy your time there. It's going to be like worth spending the money and taking the time out of your day instead of just ordering Postmates to the bus again or whatever, you know. It'll be, I promise, the majority of these places will be a good break from your day, and it's work that I'm happy to do all the time. Like, I'll just go try new places, and I also go back to these places that are go-tos for me, and I think about it. Like, if I'm like, oh, this wasn't as good as it used to be, I'll take it off the list. Like, I'm not going to send people there anymore, you know. And same, I'm always trying to keep an eye on places that, you know, there's this place good in Buffalo that just closed, sadly, that I had to just remove from the list. So I'm trying to keep it updated. I update it regularly. I update it in real time while I'm on the road, and it'll reflect that as you're using it, you know.
And I love that you found a way to make any food you digest on the road a tax write-off. That's great.
Totally. Finance with Ben Hilsinger.
And that's the show. If you're listening on a platform that allows ratings and reviews, do that. It helps more people find the show, so it'll get bigger and better, and hopefully I'll have a chance to sell out one day. But you'll be an OG listener that can brag to all your friends. Anyways, why don't you go and check us out at bigfatsnaredrum.com and follow us on all the socials. Just search for Big Fat Snare Drum and you will find us. The show is edited in part using iZotope RX Audio Editor. It's amazing, so go check that out at iZotope.com. And thanks again to Gunnar Olsen for the theme music. Bye!